Hello, YouTube. I'm not quite sure what the heck this is. Right in the middle of the alleyway. A big old wooden box. Yeah, that appears to be what it is. A big old wooden box. Almost looks like a stage riser or something. Oh, weird. What a random thing to be sitting in the alley. Anyway, good morning. It's 2:23 in the afternoon. Well, you know, my morning. Friday, December 10th, 2021. And I noticed that I got on a bus a whole lot quicker walking down to McDowell versus walking out to 44th Street yesterday. It's it seems like it's just about the same distance. Theoretically, this is a little bit longer, but it sure doesn't feel longer. And I also noticed that going this direction, I encounter a whole lot less homeless people. So, in fact, I don't recall encountering any yesterday. I also don't encounter a bunch of stolen shopping carts. So there's that. Yeah, this is kind of out of the way, but just kind of thinking about like my random bus options from home. And basically I got 3 routes that are within walking distance of me. I've got the 44, which goes north and south on 44th Street, which is the one I generally first go to. It's about the closest, but again, it's really not too much farther to go north to Thomas to catch the 29, or south to McDowell to catch the 16. Now, I was going south to McDowell yesterday because the first place I went, which of course ended up being a big waste of time, but the first place that I went was the Social Security office downtown, in hopes of getting another copy of the paper that I had misplaced. On the bright side, I don't think I mentioned it in a vlog yet. I did actually get that paper back. All the papers that I had left, all the papers that I had lost on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, definitely Wednesday. All the papers I had lost on Wednesday that I was not sure if I had left them at the finish line bar, or if I'd left them at the on the train or the bus. I did indeed leave them at the finish line bar, and the bartender was kind enough to grab it and stash it in the office for me. And the funny thing is, I talked to her, and she actually thought it was that it was, so she saw that they were dispensary bags, immediately like noticed the Curaleaf bag, and thought it was products for weed products from a dispensary, and she's like, oh, those are expensive, somebody's gonna come back for that. So that's funny. And when I showed her what I was actually using the bags for, and then it had a certified MVR inside of it, she just kind of laughed. But it's all's well that ends well. And yeah, so I got the paper back from the Social Security office as well. And kind of funny thing about that is, so I told them that, I tried to call, but every single website I went to a number that was disconnected. She's like, oh yeah, said the only phone number we have is we can't even answer it. It just goes to our credit card machine. So that's funny. Bar doesn't even have a phone number at this point, which seems really weird to me, but I mean, landlines have been going the way of the dinosaur for a long time, and at this point you kind of got to wonder, like, what exactly is the need for the bar itself to have a phone. I mean, I certainly could have liked it to call and say, hey, did I leave my dispensary bags on the bar, because they actually have kind of important papers in them. But I mean, for the most part, You know, if somebody needs information, they can go online and get anything they want to know about the bar without having to call it. And if someone's calling somebody at the bar, like everybody's got a mobile phone these days, they'll just simply call the person they're trying to call, be it that, you know, that bartender or you know, bar owner or whatever. Speaking of the bar owner, I did get a chance to talk to him. Really cool guy. I didn't get to talk to him very long. He seemed like he was kind of occupied and also kind of done doing anything that resembled work for the day, and that's fine. I can respect that. But he did say he'd definitely be in touch, and I'm feeling really positive about karaoke opening there. I mean, as far as how soon, who knows? But he didn't realize like how much connection I have to that bar until after I left. Now the ride from there to Bullock's was pretty hellish due to the weather. I did not know it was raining. It didn't even, I mean, I guess it was a little bit overcast, but it didn't really catch my attention when I was on my way there. And when I left, it was raining pretty good, and which kind of ended up turning into like pouring rain. So I got pretty wet on the way to Bullock's. Oh yeah, that was frustrating. So in case you're wondering why there was no video of that journey, that is why. Yeah, it's very difficult to operate a smartphone in the rain, and yeah, shooting video is pretty much out of the question. So I think this is the point where I need to start walking over the grass to get to the bus stop. For some reason my crappy eyes are not seeing it. Okay, there it is. So anyway, the last person I chatted with at the bar was just a random guy who kind of sat down and was drinking near me as I was, didn't get there in time for chili dogs, but I had chili cheese fries, which were freaking delicious. And the guy that I was chatting with, I mentioned that I hosted karaoke at Bullock's, and he's like, oh, do you know Sean? Sean's my buddy. And I guess come to find out, like Sean, the bartender, who I pretty much always work with on Thursday nights at Bullock's, that bar is a bar he absolutely loves to hang out at. So he does have some connections there. He said he definitely put a good word in for me and try to, you know, kind of stick it in their ear that, yeah, I'm the guy they should get for karaoke. And, well, there's some hate speech. Yikes. Yeah, and they all know he's a bartender at a busy bar, so that should actually carry some weight. You know, him suggesting, recommending me, as opposed to just some random friend of mine saying, oh yeah, I got this friend named Dan, you should hire him for karaoke. So that's pretty cool. Also, come to find out, the bar back that's been working there for a while, who drove me home once, he's never offered to take me home again after he realized what a long out of the way drive that was for him. But he also is a part-time bar back at Finisher. So pretty random. You know, it's really crap. It's a small world kind of moments. And I guess I knew he had mentioned to me that he lives around like 19th Avenue or maybe 35th Avenue and Greenway. So yeah, of course that would be a local spot for him. You know, didn't even think of that. So kind of cool. And he also said he'd put in a good word for me, and that he felt like he had some pull with Randall Leon. So I don't know, feeling pretty optimistic. Although I'm the bartender, she said, oh yeah, when you talk to him, talk about what a great following you have. And I'm like, yeah, really don't like to lie to people, don't like to lead people on. You know, and it's not that I don't have a following, but how much of a following do I have that's willing to go to 19th Avenue and Bell I mean, I posted a snap yesterday of the inside of the bar and just put it out there to the people who follow me on Snapchat. It's like, hey, how many would follow me for karaoke at to 19th Avenue and Bell? And I got absolutely 0 responses. So yeah. Anyway, oh look, a new Cruise. Okay, I've seen those particular self-driving cars. I'm seeing them more and more. These days I gotta Google and see what they're about, but obviously it's a self-driving car. Anyway, looking at the bus app right now, it's 2:33. The next local bus is going to be at 2:35. It is on its way from... when you do the real-time thing to see where the buses are, maybe y'all can see this. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of hard to see, because the app expects was obviously engineered by an app developer who has a high-end cell phone and runs great on his phone. You can tell they gave very little thought to low-end smartphones that are used by people who ride buses, and when you hit the thing, the amount of screen space that's left to show where the bus is really small, and if you swipe down to try to make it bigger, it jumps away from that. I'm just showing myself. It swipes away from that view where you see the location of the bus and the bus route. So anyway, it is at about 77th Street. So it's almost to Miller. Yeah, it'll be coming over the mountain a little bit. It says it'll be here at 2:45. It's 2:34. So 11 minutes. Yeah, I do feel like this definitely gets me moving quicker, even though it's kind of going out of the way. I think I'm just going to take this bus to 27th Avenue and then do the 27 North Avenue. McDowell and 27th Avenue is an absolutely shitty location to do a